Thank you for meeting at such short notice. Number 11. What were your main achievements since being appointed to this council?
Well, we've reduced mean tweets by at least 40% and successfully removed the orange Nazi Donald Trump.
And yet you've done nothing about child exploitation on this platform, have you, number 11?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure what...
Do not concern yourself. The culprit is known to me, and I have decided upon the appropriate action. Thank you for your service. Now, who's next?
What is going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and it's absolutely continuing to happen at Twitter headquarters. We have yet another department, a department that essentially has now been revealed to essentially be chiefly concerned with promoting certain political ideologies and demoting other ones. This department has now been disbanded. The Trust and Safety Council has been disbanded after some of their founding members resigned. Of course, the media is spinning this into, oh my God, everything, the hate speech is coming. It's not. It's baloney. Don't believe the narrative. And I think dissolving this department is smart given just how negative it's being perceived. But of course, that won't stop legacy media from continuing to push panic prawn on the general population. By the way, shout out, this video sponsored by Meta PCs. Not going to do a formal ad read. Just going to say that they still have ready to ship units that can make it to you by Christmas. If you use promo code The Quartering, you'll save money. Meta PCs has laptops. You can also do custom configurations. They have all the newest NVIDIA 40 series video cards. They've got the latest AMD chips. They've got all the latest Intel stuff. And the company is rock solid, co-founded by a veteran. And it's the computer I use. And it's the computer I recommend to friends and family. So take a second. Go check out some of the ready-to-ship units if you're looking for something by Christmas, or do some configuration for fun. You can always tell their chat support that the Quartering sent you. A lot of people do, and it's always a lot of fun. So if you're in the market for a computer, metapcs.com, link in the description below. Promo code The Quartering to save. Twitter dissolves its Trust and Safety Council after founding members resign. This via the Daily Leftist Beast. Twitter announced it had dissolved its Trust and Safety Council with little advance warning on Monday night, just hours after the company's former head of Trust and Safety reportedly had to flee his home over Elon Musk's baseless claims that he had advocated for spicy stuff. Hey, look, watch my first video, okay? This, I think, will be my third video of the day. Watch my first video. You be the judge. Members of the council were a volunteer group of experts and civil service organizations that advised the company on safety issues. Essentially, these people were censors. They were people like censorship bullies, probably like people at the ADL, journalists, all this stuff, Media Matters, who are always using various different reasonings to censor Americans and vilify them. The ADL said that Pepe was a hate symbol, and that the OK hand symbol, even though everyone on the planet uses it to say something's okay, actually means something else. All right, these groups are a joke. Members of the council volunteers, a civil service organization that advised the company on safety issues, received an email informing them the body was no longer the best structure to bring external insights into our product and policy development work. The email was signed vaguely as coming from Twitter. People close to the matter told the Washington Post that the email had been sent less than an hour before a scheduled Zoom call between Twitter executives and the council. Get wrecked. I mean, smash like, right? The Trust and Safety Council were clearly the people chiefly in charge of everything bad about Twitter, everything. Yoel Roth had resigned as head of the Trust and Safety last month, had been forced from his home following an escalation. No evidence provided, of course. Here's the email. Dear Trust and Safety Council members, as Twitter moves into a new phase, we are reevaluating how to best bring external insights into our product and development. It's not external insights, it's external meddling. As part of this process, we have decided that the Trust and Safety Council is not the best structure to do this. Our work to make Twitter a safe, informative place will be moving faster and more aggressively than ever before, and we will continue to welcome your good ideas going forward. Get wrecked. You're fired. You're fired. And of course, the media trying to spin this and in its spectacular Olympic levels. And what's great is, like the Washington Compost and CNN and all these people put out these articles like as if Twitter doesn't actually have, their own trust and safety department inside those four walls. What this is an outside activist group that had external control over Twitter. The Washington Post writes, members of Twitter's Trust and Safety Council received an email with the subject line, "Thank you," to inform them the council was dissolved, minutes before it was set to meet. The latest sign of Musk undoing efforts that make the network safe and more civil. Do you have any evidence of that, Washington Post? Do you have any evidence that these outside agencies inflicting censorship on private citizens in the United States and around the world made Twitter more civil? Or are you just going to say that? I think we both know. If we look at the report, I say good. Stick says the network is already safe and it does not need to be more civil. Your organization promotes war and dysfunction on the level that no Twitter user could ever hope to match. How about tell the whole story? I mean, that's, that'll get advertisers back. Again, remember when Twitter was great? Remember when YouTube was great before they got bloated and they got all these political advisors inside their four walls that decided that there are silos for conservative channels or that they perceive to be conservative, silos for liberal channels or that they perceive to be liberal. I mean, YouTube was much better then. I could actually grow and find new subscribers. I mean, the spin that they have, Trust and Safety Council sounds like the oversight committees the USSR used to commission to control its population. Well, of course. Of course. The spin that mainstream media is putting on this is absolutely mind-boggling. I mean, understand that the quote-unquote Trust and Safety Council was the probably number one enemy of free speech on the platform. Here on the Daily Mail, Twitter dissolves Trust and Safety Meeting Council. Tech Giant was due to meet with representatives of a 100-strong advisory board, but instead sent an email saying they would be disbanded. Good. News of the council's dissolution comes after Yoel Roth, the company's former head of Trust and Safety, was forced to flee his home. Roth has come under fire for the release of the so-called Twitter files, a series of revelations about the platform's moderation. The council members who provided images of email to Twitter, Associated Press, spoke on the condition of anonymity due to fears of retaliation. Gee, I wonder why people don't like you. The email said Twitter was reevaluating how to best bring external insights, and the council, quote, as Twitter moves into a new place, we already know all this stuff. The council comprised of various civil rights organizations, academics, and other bodies that advocated for safety and advised Twitter as it developed products, programs, and rules according to a web archive of the page. The volunteer group provided expertise and guidance on how Twitter could better combat hate, harassment, and other harms. Why is that job even needed? Why is that role even needed? And of course, the mainstream media is going berserk running these stories that suddenly Twitter's going to be. I haven't seen it. Have you seen it? Have you seen any of this extra insanity? It's a ministry of truth, as people say in the comments. It was a literal ministry of truth, and they're absolutely losing their mind over its dissolution. That should tell you a lot, right? That should tell you a lot about exactly the type of strings. These people were the puppet masters, and Yoel Roth was the puppet. And I don't care if he was quote unquote brainwashed. He appears to have always had insane opinions. He went right along with it. He was happy to do so. He was happy to infringe on Americans' First Amendment rights. He was happy to ban a sitting president, even though his staff admitted that he had done no wrong. Elon was 110% correct to disband this group of lunatics. And let's celebrate with a Christmas opening. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! It's a Sonic. It's a Sonic. Oh, wait, that's not right. It's the 13th. Oh, hey. See, these Sonic figures are just, like, really high quality. I don't like that they're, like, strapped in, too. That's annoying. It's hard to get these little buggers out. But I just have to brute force it, apparently. I'm not sure which version of Sonic this is or what character this is. So you'll have to let me know in the comments section. Jeez. Okay. Here's this guy. That's our Sonic figure for the day. What's with that nose? Interesting. All right. Merry Christmas.